Hey you, today's video been highly requested. I'm gonna be showing you my base routine, and besides that, we're gonna be creating this everyday quick and simple glam. Everything is gonna be very detailed, and the goal right here is to keep it beginner friendly. Let's do this, let's have fun. You that with all the little tips and tricks I'm about to put you on, your life is about to get so much easier at makeup. First things first, we always have to start with a clean face. I already washed mine. I normally always like to prep my skin no more than 1 hour before I do my makeup. I like my skin dry but juicy at the same time. And if you do your skincare and you wait too long to put your makeup on, the makeup, it's not going to glide the same. I want you to have in mind that skincare, it's everything when it comes to makeup. They go hand by hand. If you don't prep your skin the right way, your makeup is not gonna look good. The basic skincare that you need for makeup, I always recommend you to go ahead and apply an essence or a toner. This is just gonna give you the little extra hydration that the moisturizer by itself won't give you. And there's some toners or essence that they help with the pores. They give you that juiciness, that glow. They make your skin look plumpy, fuller. I normally like to apply with my hands, but I'm not gonna do that today. I'm gonna be using a little cotton pad because I have cream in my hands. I'm using this one from Sol de Janeiro. This is so good. I love the way this smells, and the texture is so soft that it even feels soft when you apply with a cotton pad. Don't forget the neck. I'm going to be using this one from Ellen Harrison, the Banana Bright Eye Cream, and this one is infused with vitamin C and collagen. This is one of the most brightening eye creams that I ever tried. Bruh, I keep dropping this cream. This one doesn't come with like a little spoolie, so I took this one from the Touch of Dewy Cream because I don't really like to stick my nail in there. I'm going to be picking up a little bit with this spoolie. You only need a little tiny bit. A lot of people apply the moisturizing cream before the eye cream. No, eye cream goes before moisturizing cream. Remember that the moisturizing cream is thicker than the eye cream, and if you apply it on top, it's not going to penetrate better. This skincare brush is from ANISA Beauty. It is one of my best purchases. I've been using them non-stop since I got them. I'm gonna need a little bit more in this eye, but don't forget that you don't only apply the eye cream on your under eye, but also on your lid. No, I'm out of my AQUAPHORE lip repair. What is this? I need this and you do too. This is the best thing for dry lips. This is what kept my lips at bay while I was on AQUAPHORE. This is a must-have. After I apply my AQUAPHORE lip repair, I always want to have a little bit more shine on my lips, especially if I'm recording. And I'm gonna apply the gloss right on top of the lip repair. We're doing the same thing with lipstick sometimes. I apply a little tiny bit of this and then I apply my lipstick, and trust me, it makes a difference. If you know, you know the Touch of Dewy Cream it is. This is what's gonna save your life if you have dry skin. For this, I like to apply one dot right there, one right here, one on the neck. Whatever I have left, I like to just apply it on my hands. This brush right here, it is specifically for the neck, and I'm obsessed. I used to forget a lot to apply moisturizing on my neck, but since I got this brush, I am not forgetting anymore. And just pip the grip of the brush. Hello. And now I'm gonna switch from the neck brush to the all over brush, and I'm gonna be using this one to just blend whatever I have going on right here on my face. And I just like this brush so much because it doesn't really absorb the product at all. And then same thing, whatever I have left on the brush, I like to just apply it on my hands. Now we're gonna let the skincare absorb for a few minutes. So we're done with skincare. We're gonna apply primer. If you want to prime, you don't have to, but I always recommend you to prime a little bit just to like filter away the imperfections. If you have oily skin, go in with something mattifying. If you have large pores, just go and press a little bit of pore filling primer. I always like more of like a soft blur type of situation, and that's the reason why I've really been enjoying this one from Hourglass. I always apply one little drop in the back of my hand, and I only apply primer right here on my T-zone. See, only right here in this area, on your cheeks, right on the nose, because foundation is always slipping out of the nose, on the forehead, and that's it. And then now I'm just gonna press in whatever I have left on my fingers. See, look how much more blurred out my skin looks. This primer makes the skin feel so soft. Now we're gonna go in with foundation, and my brain is telling me to use this one from Burberry, but my heart is telling me to go in with this one from Hourglass. I'm stuck with this foundation, like there's no way out. I don't wanna use something else. I wanna use this. You know that I have to start using my other foundations. I have to rotate to them because I have too many, but damn, this is so good. I like to apply my pumps directly on my brush, so I'm gonna start with the first pump. That's what I have. And we're gonna start from the inside of the face, and we're gonna drag whatever we have left out. Remember that most of the coverage that you need will always be right on the center of your face. I'm gonna be using that one pump only in this cheek, and then if I can, I drag it out to my forehead. And remember that I always tell you guys to blend your foundation in the same direction. It doesn't matter if you're using a brush or a sponge, but you always have to blend it down. We all have imperfection, little peach fuzz and stuff like that. That if you blend your foundation all crazy, you are going against the grain, and that's why it's not looking flawless. Now I'm gonna be applying another pump directly on my brush for this side of the face. So bringing the foundation down towards your neck really depends on the shade of your foundation. If the shade is spot on, you really don't have to bring it all the way like down here. I never do that. I always just blend it right here a little bit, and that's it. See? And my neck doesn't look off from my face. And then now I'm gonna apply one more pump, and I'm gonna be using this pump for my nose, my forehead, my chin, right here. And then whatever I have left, I'm gonna use it for a little bit of extra coverage right here on my pore area. See how I didn't need no more foundation than what I put on? You don't need no more foundation than this neither. When you apply too much foundation, it doesn't look like skin. And if you need more coverage, because I get it, we all have different skins, you might need a little bit more coverage than what I need, or maybe I need a little bit more coverage than you do. You're not gonna apply no more foundation to cover those imperfections. You're going to cover them up with concealer. So you always have to make sure that you have some concealers that match your skin tone. Make sure that that concealer have good formulation, hydrating, and good coverage. When I first got this, I picked it up on the shade Café con Leche, but that one is a little bit too light for my under eyes. The shade Frappuccino is the perfect shade for my under eyes. But when I use this, I like to use both the shades. This one as my concealer, and then the shade Café con Leche, which is this one, to just brighten things around right here on my chin, my forehead, my nose, right here. This shade, it's a little lighter than Frappuccino, so together they give the perfect contrast. First, I like to blend the concealer around my face, and then my under eyes last, because I do like to leave my concealer sitting for a little bit so I can get the most coverage out of it. Remember that when you blend in your chin, your forehead, you're gonna blend this concealer right in place. You're not gonna drag it nowhere else. Like my chin, see how I'm just patting right on top, and I'm basically just diffusing it right there. And then this one, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna blend it right here, but always make sure that you keep it in this area down here. So when you blend this, you always gonna blend it down. Never bring it up. The point of the concealer right here and right here is that when you apply your contour, that shade plus this being lighter, it's gonna give you the perfect lifting effect. Then now with the same brush, because I told you that this brush, it is so bum for concealer. I'm gonna blend it. I'm gonna also apply a little bit right here on my lids. If I need more, I'll apply more, but always start with those 2 points. A little bit right here and a little bit right there. See, so after I'm done blending this, I'm gonna move right to the other eye. And then we do the setting. I already blended the concealer in both of my eyes. I haven't applied any powder yet. So I'm going to get my powder and my brush ready. I like to apply my powder in my brush. And then I'm going to pick up again the brush that I use to blend my concealer. And I'm going to make sure that I don't have no creases. See how I have those little creases right there? I also have some going on in my under eyes. You're always going to have creases and you have to make sure you go back and blend them before you apply any powder on top of them, because if not, they're gonna stay there. So you see how I have my powder ready right here while I'm blending the creases, because you have to do this fast, because if you leave it there for a few seconds, it's gonna crease again. So blend them, and right away when you see that everything is nice and smooth, you're gonna pick up your powder and you're gonna set it. See, one step at a time. Now I'm gonna pick up a little more powder. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna have it ready in my other hand. And then now I'm gonna move to the bottom. Make sure I don't have no creases. And then right away, I'm gonna set it. And always try to stay looking up while you blend those little creases and set them. See, now I can take my time and make sure I apply enough powder right here. For the other eye, you're gonna do the same thing. Some type of definition. We have to snatch the face, give it color, life, because right now we're looking like Gasper the Friendly Ghost, and that's a big no-no. Next step is bronzer, and most of the times I always like to apply cream bronzer, and then I like to set it with powder bronzer. And I'm trying to keep the look simple, so I'm gonna go in with a soft bronzer, and this one from Makeup by Mario, it's perfection. I'm gonna be using his Duo and the brush. I like the little size for the nose. I also like to use it on my eyes, which we will, and then the big side for the face. So I'm gonna saturate my brush really good in there. The good thing about this product is that you don't have to be too precise. This is gonna give you like a contour all over bronzer situation, which is perfect for beginners. When it comes to a bronzer application, you just have to make sure that you level it with your ear. See how when I go like this and then face your brush towards your mouth, see how my bronzer is not passing the brush? So you just have to make sure that it's from here up. And then when it comes to this side, I like to level it with my eyebrow. Look, boom. And you're gonna go right here. Always make sure you apply it in this little area right here that is so annoying and that we always forget. You can always apply a little bit right here on your lid. And I'm gonna pick up a little bit more for my forehead. If you have a small forehead, you only need to apply bronzer right here. A little bit right here and a little bit right here. If you have a big forehead, then I recommend you to just go all around. And this is gonna hide your double chin. So you're gonna apply it right here directly at the bottom of your neck, but you're also gonna go a little bit on top. See how I'm applying a little bit of the bronzer on my face, and then I'm bringing it right here at the bottom of my neck. That's exactly what you need to hide that double chin. Look at that, with and without. Now I picked up a little bit more with the small side of the brush, and I'm applying it on my nose. If you're a beginner and you struggle with your nose contour, I always recommend you to start from the bottom, from the tip, and just go up like this, directly into your brow. Application from the bottom up will always be a little bit more precise than from up to bottom. Always apply a little bit of bronzer right here at the bottom of your nose. Trust me that even if you feel that it doesn't really do anything to your face, it does. With the same brush that you're using to contour your nose, you're gonna pick up a little bit more bronzer and you're gonna apply it right here on your cupid's bone. And a little bit more right here on this little line that you have at the bottom of your bottom lip. Applying contour bronzer right here and right here. It's gonna make your lips look a little bigger. Guys, I'm always gonna recommend you to do your eye looks with a little tape for more precision. I don't know, I just like the way everything comes out. I'm a perfectionist. I like the finishing, and the eye look is gonna look a lot more cleaner. You're gonna line your tape from your lower lash facing your eyebrow, just like this. So for this look, you don't necessarily need this cream bronzer from Makeup by Mary. You can use any cream bronzer. And all you have to do is pick up your cream bronzer. You're gonna apply it on your whole entire lid. Just make sure you keep it below the crease, right here. And just pack it in really good. This one is very sheer, so I do have to build it up a little bit, but if your cream bronzer is darker, you don't have to apply that much. And then right after the cream, you're gonna need a powder bronzer, and I'm gonna be using this one from Makeup by Mario. This one is the Skin Perfector, and I'm just gonna be picking it up. This one comes with a powder bronzer, highlighter, and powder. So I'm just gonna pick up the bronzer, and I'm gonna pack it right on top of the cream bronzer, just like this. And same thing, make sure that you keep it below the crease. See that? This look is just so easy and pretty, and it puts you together in like seconds. Now you're gonna need a blending brush and a powder. I'm gonna use this again, but now I'm gonna go in with the powder, and I'm gonna be using the powder to blend these edges. I'm just gonna go all around doing the tapping technique. So tap, 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 and until everything is nice and blended. I'm gonna go back with a little bit more of the bronzer, and I'm just gonna reapply right here because I lost a little bit of the color. Now when you take this off, look at that eye look. I'm gonna be applying the same powder bronzer right here on my lower lash. I always make sure that I clean my lashes before I apply mascara. When it comes to the mascara, you're gonna get the most length if the first coat you apply inside of your lashes from up top, and then right away go from the bottom up. And I like to go in really close to the roof and jiggle it from side to side. Now to give the eye look a little pop, I'm gonna be picking up a little detail brush. This one is a Morphe M431. I'm gonna wet it, and I'm gonna pick up any highlighter that I have handy. I'm gonna use the one in this palette, and we're gonna be applying it on the tear duct. Make sure you wet it so it can look intense. If you're gonna have a simple look, your tear duct have to be popping, baby. So before we apply any powder, I'm gonna apply one little drop right here and another one right here. This blush from Eaze, it is really pigmented, so make sure you don't apply too much. I like to keep the blush in the highest points of my cheeks. I bring it right here by the side and also on my forehead. Look how pretty glow. Always in the highest points of your cheeks, blend it upwards. You're gonna use whatever you have left on the brush in your nose. So now we're basically gonna be setting all the creams with powders. I'm gonna be using the bronzer from Makeup by Mario with the BK Beauty NG Hot and Flashy A507 brush. See how its angle is a perfect brush for your bronzer. This brush fits perfect right here, so I'm only gonna be picking up the bronzer. I'm gonna apply this in the same spot that I applied the cream bronzer, just right on top. Always blend going up. There's the highest points of your cheeks. Make sure you keep it level up with your ear, facing your mouth, just like that. I'm picking up a little bit more for my jawline. And I'm just gonna blend it down my neck a little tiny bit. Look how pretty this bronzer is. Love it! And I'm gonna be doing the same thing on the other side. Now we're gonna be applying powder blush to set the liquid blush that we already have on the face. And I'm gonna be using Rose 10 from Hermes. I'm gonna be using this brush also from Hermes. And I'm gonna go right on top of the cream blush. So you see how I'm setting everything with more color instead of powder? And then now we're gonna be setting the face a little bit. I'm gonna be using this new powder from Christian Louboutin. And I just like to set my T-zone and not really the perimeters of my face. I always like to apply a little bit of powder right on top of my pore area. Just like this. On my forehead, a little bit on your chin, and on the nose. When it comes to this area of the face, I don't set it with a pressed powder. I always like to use a loose powder. So I'm going to be using Cherry Blossom from Huda Beauty. You can use a brush, a beauty blender, or a sponge. And then starting right here on the side of my mouth, I'm going to go up and down. See how I'm setting the foundation that I have right here, but I'm also cleaning my contour. And this is giving my face a lot more definition, more of the snatch look. I'm baking, so I'm gonna leave it literally for like 1 minute. And I'm gonna remove it just like this. Try not to bring the powder up on your cheeks areas. Keep it down here. And look at the skin. Chef kiss. Now we're gonna refresh the skin a little bit. We're gonna bring it back to life. We're gonna melt all this makeup together so it can look more juicy. And I'm gonna be using this beauty mist from Gucci. I'm gonna be applying it on a cross shape. Boom and boom. And that's gonna cover your whole entire face. Just like that. That's all you need. And then last but not least, keeping things very natural, we're gonna apply a little bit more of a gloss or maybe like a lip balm. This one is a Dior lip oil on the shade 030. I love this bronzy shade. Normally when I'm only applying gloss, I like to contour my lips with self tanner, but I'm gonna leave that for another video. Alright babes, so I hope that today's video was helpful. I enjoyed it so much. Like always, this is just a quick way to put yourself together in no time. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like the look, and talk to me in the comment section down below. You know I love the whole chit chatting back and forth with you guys. I love you to the moon and back. Mwah! See you on the next one.